And welcome students in my video lecture series on the subject of botany. We are discussing the botany of class 11 और इस वक्त तक हमने डिस्कस किया अब पहुंचे हैं प्लांट किंगडम तक। हमने प्लांट किंगडम कंप्लीट भी किया। हमने पिछले टॉपिक में हमने डिस्कस किया कि लाइफ साइकिल क्या होता है, अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशंस क्या होते हैं और डिफरेंट प्लांट्स में कितने तरह के लाइफ साइकिल स्ट्रेटेजीज है। हमने देखा डिफरेंट प्लांट्स में 3 तरह के लाइफ साइकिल्स है। कुछ प्लांट्स जो है उनमें हैप्लॉन्टिक लाइफ साइकिल है, कुछ प्लांट्स जो है उनमें डिप्लॉन्टिक लाइफ साइकिल है और कुछ प्लांट्स जो है वो हैप्लोडिप्लॉन्टिक होते हैं। अब हमारा नेक्स्ट टॉपिक जो है, नेक्स्ट यूनिट हम स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं, वो यूनिट है मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स। मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स। तो सबसे पहले हमें समझना है कि मॉर्फोलॉजी क्या होता है। द वर्ड मॉर्फोलॉजी इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम टू ग्रीक वर्ड्स। वन इज मॉप मीन्स फॉर्म and logos means to study. When you are going to study the form, the structure, the characteristic features of a plant, then this branch of botany, then this branch of plant biology is called as morphology. So morphology is the study of external features, study of structural features, particularly the external features, the visible external features of a plant. Shabash, so it's called as morphology. So remember, morphology is the branch of plant biology, or it's the branch of biology in which we focus on external features, the form of a living organism. But since we are concerned with plants, we are discussing botany. So morphology here is defined as the branch of biology, as the branch of botany, in which we discuss the external features, the external structural features of a plant or of a plant body. So shabash, we know that if we take into consideration a plant, अगर हम एक प्लांट को देखेंगे, हर किसी प्लांट के अंदर, एक एंजियोस्पर्म प्लांट के अंदर, क्योंकि वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स, बिकॉज एंजियोस्पर्म्स आर द मोस्ट कॉमन एंड डोमिनेंट टाइप ऑफ प्लांट्स इन दिस एरा। आजकल का जो दौर है, इसमें जो सबसे डोमिनेंट प्लांट्स है वो एंजियोस्पर्म्स है और करीबन हमारे पास 3,45,000 स्पीसीज हमारे पास इस वक्त अवेलेबल है, नोन टू साइंस है। 3,45,000 स्पीसीज ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स आर टिल डेट नोन टू साइंस, नोन टू बॉटनिस्ट्स। तो इसीलिए वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स एंड वी हैव डिस्कस्ड, वी नो दैट in a typical angiospermic plant we are having following parts. We are having roots, we are having stem, we are having leaves, then we are having flowers. In fact, these flowers later on give rise to fruits as well. So in a typical angiospermic plant, you will find out roots there, you will find out stem there, you will find out leaf there, you will find out flowers there, and those flowers, after the process of fertilization, they get ultimately converted into fruits. So you will also report fruits on those angiospermic plants after the process of fertilization is over. And remember, the roots of an angiospermic plant, they grow inside the earth. They are underground parts. They represent the underground part of the of a plant body, and they generally form the root system. While as stem, leaf, flower, and fruits, they constitute. They are present above ground level. They are not present inside the soil. No doubt, in exceptional cases, they may be present inside the soil, but in majority, in a typical angiospermic plant, they are present above ground level. So they are called, they collectively form what is called a shoot system. तो हमारे पास एक एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट में रूट सिस्टम होता है और शूट सिस्टम होता है। रूट सिस्टम में हमारे पास रूट्स होते हैं, चाहे वो रूट जो है प्राइमरी रूट है, सेकेंडरी रूट है। मैं आपको बताता हूं आगे ये प्राइमरी रूट क्या होता है, सेकेंडरी रूट क्या होता है। फिलहाल आप इतना याद रखिए, जितने भी एक प्लांट बॉडी के अंदर जितने भी रूट्स होते हैं, ऑल दीज रूट्स दे ग्रो इनसाइड द सॉइल, दे आर पॉजिटिवली जियोट्रॉपिक and they form the underground system of a plant body, while as stem, leaf, flowers and fruits, they form the above ground system of the plant body. That above ground system of the plant body is called a shoot system. So in an angiospermic plant, we are having two systems. One is the root system, another is the shoot system. Root system is made up of roots, whether they are tap roots or adventitious roots, or whether they are primary roots or they are secondary roots. Roots are roots of a plant body that are present inside the soil. They form the root system, while as all the parts of a plant body of an angiospermic plant that grow above the soil, they form the shoot system. For example, stem grows above the soil, leaves are present on the stem, flowers and fruits, they are born on the leaves, they are born on the stem of a plant or on the branches of a plant. So all these stem, leaf, flower and fruits, they constitute the shoot system. So far as the functioning of these parts is concerned, roots जो है, they are meant for, they provide anchorage, they provide support, they anchor the plant body to the substratum, to the soil. The substratum is soil, or simply we can say roots hold the plant body into the soil. This is one function of roots, that they hold the plant body into the soil. Second function, that they are responsible for absorption of food, water and minerals from the soil. The plants, they absorb water from the soil, they absorb minerals, mineral nutrients from the soil with the help of these roots. And third function of these roots is that they sometimes also carry out the storage of food materials. Remember, roots are also sometimes, they also carry out the storage of food material. And the most important point is that roots are the sites where the growth hormones, plant growth regulators are synthesized. So remember, the four important functions of roots are: first is that they provide anchorage, they hold the plant body to the substratum, to the soil. Second is that they help in absorption of water and minerals from the soil. And third important point is that they store food material. They store food material, they carry out the function of storage. And the fourth important function is, what is these roots जो है, they are also carry out the senses of certain plant growth regulators. These are the four fundamental functions of a typical root. No doubt, in addition to these functions, some roots may be photosynthetic, so we will discuss them later on. फिलहाल आप याद रखिएगा ये चार फंक्शन जो रूट्स के हैं. स्टेम जो है, ये सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड करता है. इट प्रोवाइड सपोर्ट टू द एरियल सिस्टम ऑफ द प्लांट बॉडी. एंड leaves जो है, they are the assimilatory parts, they carry out the process of photosynthesis. ये जो पहले तीन जो पार्ट मैंने बताया, roots, stem and leaf, they represent the vegetative parts of the plant body because they do not take part in the process of reproduction, while as the flower that develops on the shoot system, represents the reproductive part of the plant body. It's the reproductive part of the plant body because it is this structure that actually develops from the shoot. This flower is basically modified shoot. I have mentioned you while we discussed angiosperms in plant kingdom section of our previous lectures. So we know that this flower is a modified shoot, and remember, this flower is a reproductive structure. It is meant for the process of reproduction in case of plants. So we are having root system and we are having shoot system, and additionally we are having, in a plant, we are having the vegetative plant parts and we are having reproductive plant parts. The vegetative plant parts of an angiospermic plants are in the form of root, stem and leaves, and while as flower represents the reproductive part of a plant body. If you see in this diagram, we are having roots. This is the soil level. These roots grow inside the soil. ये roots जो ये soil के अंदर होते हैं, शाबाश. While as the stem, the leaf, the fruit and flowers, they grow above the soil level. They are the above ground parts of the plant body and they represent the shoot system. So these are the typical parts of an angiospermic plant. So in this morphology portion, we will focus on the structure of roots, what types of roots plants have, and what are the various modifications of roots. Similarly, we will discuss on the structure and type of stem, the structure and type of leaves and flowers in case of angiosperms. तो इस पे हम फोकस, ये सारा हम स्टडी करते हैं, कैसे रूट्स होते हैं, स्टेम कैसा होता है, रूट की क्या मॉडिफिकेशंस है, स्टेम की क्या मॉडिफिकेशंस है, लीव्स कैसे होते, लीव्स के क्या स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं, कौन से पार्ट्स होते हैं, लीव्स की क्या मॉडिफिकेशन है, फ्लावर कैसा होता है, फ्लावर में कौन से पार्ट्स होते हैं, फ्लावर में कौन से पार्ट्स होते हैं, उन पार्ट्स का जो अरेंजमेंट किस तरह अरेंज होते हैं वो एक फ्लावर के अंदर, ये सारा हम डिस्कस करेंगे मॉर्फोलॉजी के अंदर. फिर से मैं दोहराता हूं, द टर्म मॉर्फोलॉजी हैज बीन डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम two Greek words. One Greek word is morph means form, second means logos means to study. If you are going to study the form, the structure, the external features of a plant, of an angiospermic plant, then it means that you are carrying out the morphology, you are studying the morphology of that particular plant, of that angiosperm. We know that in a plant, in an angiospermic plant, we are having two types of plant. We are having different plant parts. We are having root system, leaf, flower, and fruits. Roots form all roots that are that grow inside the soil. They form the root system. This root system is geotropic. It grows inside the soil. It grows towards the earth's gravity. While as the above ground parts, they grow towards the sunlight. They are phototropic. So shoot system के जो जितने भी parts है, they are phototropic. While as root system में जो roots है, they are grow in towards the earth's gravity. That means they are geotropic. And remember, in an angiospermic plant, majority of the plant parts are represent the vegetative parts. Only the flower represents the reproductive part of an angiospermic plant. So I hope that you have understood up to this level. Now we will try to focus on roots. What is a root? I told you that it is an underground geotropic part of the plant body of an angiospermic plant, spermic plant, शाबाश, meant for मकसद क्या है? Meant for encourage, it anchors the plant body, it holds the plant body to the substratum. Second is that absorption of water. Remember, not only absorption of water, but it also carries absorption of mineral salts from the soil, Third is it carries out storage of food materials. ये storage of food material करता है, plus it carries out synthesis of growth hormones or growth regulators. So this is the function of roots. Remember, root is an underground geotropic part of an angiospermic plant meant for the process of anchorage. It holds the whole plant body to the substratum, that is soil. Second is that it carries out the absorption of water and minerals. Third is that it carries out storage of food materials. It stores food materials, plus it carries out the synthesis of certain growth hormones. This is the function of root. And if you see angiosperms, I told you that angiosperms are of two types. They are of two types. We are having dicots and we are having monocots. Or dicots are also called as dicotyledons and monocots are also called as monocotyledons. So roots are of different types in case of dicots and monocots. We are having tap roots. Then we are having ADV, adventitious roots. We are having two types of roots in plants. Remember, we are having a seed. हमारे पास एक seed होता है. We sow this seed into the soil. Now what happens after sowing this seed into the soil? This seed undergoes germination. Two structures come out from this seed. One structure grows towards the sunlight. Another structure grows towards the earth's gravity. The structure that comes from the seed and grows towards the sunlight is called as pallimule. This is called as pallimule. This pallimule forms the shoot system, or this forms the shoot. While as the structure that comes out from the root and grows towards earth's gravity, this structure is called as radicle. Remember, this is called as radicle, and this radicle later on forms the root system. While as pallimule forms the shoot system of an angiospermic plant. So remember, we are having two types of roots. One is tap root, adventitious root system in plants. And remember, when we sow a seed in the soil, when this seed germinates, two types of structures come out of the seed. One structure grows towards earth's gravity, another structure grows towards sunlight. The structure that comes from a seed and grows towards the sunlight, this is called as pallimule, and this pallimule in future forms the shoot system. While as the structure that emerges, that comes out from a seed and grows towards earth's gravity, this is called as radicle, and this radicle forms the root system. And I told you that the roots the roots, this radicle forms the root system. This has been seen in plants, and all the roots that arise from radicle, they are called as tap roots. Tap roots. Remember, this was radicle. This radicle now gives rise to a root that is called as primary root. This is 1 degree root, and this root came from radicle. ये रूट जो है ये कहां से आ गया? रेडिकल से आ गया. याद रखना, हमारे पास जो रेडिकल था, इस रेडिकल से हमारे पास रूट इमर्ज हो गया. इस रूट को मैं बोलता हूं टैप रूट. द रूट दैट अराइजेस फ्रॉम रेडिकल, उसको हम बोलते हैं टैप रूट. रेडिकल से जो रूट बनता है वो टैप रूट होता है. ये देखिए, ये टैप रूट रेडिकल से बन गया, और ये पहले बनने वाला रूट है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज प्राइमरी रूट, and this primary root produces lateral branches. It gives rise to secondary roots. These are 2 degree roots, and these 2 degree roots give rise to further branchings to form 3 degree roots, tertiary roots, and so on. All these roots, the primary root system, the secondary roots, and the tertiary roots that emerge from radical, they collectively form tap root system. They collectively form tap root system, or they are form the root system. So I will write here roots that arise from radical form the are known as tap roots. टैप रूट्स कौन है? प्राइमरी रूट्स, फर्स्ट डिग्री रूट्स है. देन फर्स्ट डिग्री रूट्स से फर्दर ब्रांचिंग होती है, सेकंड डिग्री रूट्स बनते हैं, फर्दर ब्रांचिंग होती है, टर्शियरी रूट्स बनते हैं, एंड सो ऑन. ऑल दीज प्राइमरी रूट्स, सेकेंडरी रूट्स, टर्शियरी रूट्स दैट अराइज फ्रॉम द radical constitute or form the tap root system. And remember, tap roots, presence of tap roots is characteristic feature of dicotyledons. Presence of tap roots is characteristic feature of dicotyledons or dicots. हमारे पास जितने भी डाइकॉट्स हैं उनके अंदर आपको मिलेगा टैप रूट सिस्टम. मैंने आपको बोला टैप रूट्स वो रूट्स होते हैं जो इमर्ज होते हैं, जो अराइज होते हैं फ्रॉम द रेडिकल. रेडिकल असल में एक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर है जो सीड से इमर्ज होता है. जब एक सीड जर्मिनेट होता है और ये स्ट्रक्चर जो है ये टुवर्ड सॉइल ग्रो करता है. शाबाश, याद रखना. तो रेडिकल से बनने वाली रूट को हम टैप रूट्स बोलते हैं, और ये टैप रूट्स हमारे पास डिफरेंट लेवल्स, डिफरेंट डिग्रीज के हो सकते हैं. ये प्राइमरी रूट्स हो सकते हैं. प्राइमरी रूट्स ब्रांचिंग करेंगे, सेकेंडरी रूट्स बनाएंगे, सेकेंडरी रूट्स ब्रांचिंग करेंगे, टर्शियरी रूट्स बनाएंगे. शाबाश, याद रखना. हमारे पास क्या है, हमने देखा कुछ मोनोकॉटिलिडन्स जो है उनमें जो प्राइमरी रूट जो होता है वो शॉर्ट लिव्ड होता है. वो जैसे ही बनता है वैसे ही मर जाता है. उनमें क्या होता है, शाबाश, फिर क्या हो जाता है, जैसे ही प्राइमरी रूट बन जाता है, दोज प्राइमरी रूट्स they die, they are short lived. Those primary roots are replaced by new roots, but those roots they do not arise from radical. Remember, they are either arise from the base of the system, or they may arise from the branches, or they may even arise from the leaves. So all those roots that do not arise from tap root but arise from any other structure of the plant body, they are called as adventitious roots. So remember, the roots that originate from any of the parts of the plant body other than any of the parts of the plant body other than radical are known as adventitious roots. These adventitious roots, they have been reported in, remember, they have been reported in monocotyledons. मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूं. पिछले क्लास में मैंने आपको बताया था, जब हम एंजियोस्पर्म्स पढ़ रहे थे, मैंने आपको बोला था एंजियोस्पर्म्स दे हैव बीन डिवाइडेड इनटू two classes based upon the type of structures they bear, based upon certain differences. And I told you that we are having dicots and monocots. और उस टाइम मैंने आपको बताया the fundamental difference between a dicot and a root cot, monocot, is that in case of dicots, two cotyledons emerged from a seed when it germinates, while as in case of monocots, a single cotyledonary leaf arises from a seed after its germination. This was the first difference. Second difference was that in case of dicots, the leaves are broad with reticulate venation, while as in case of monocots, the leaves are linear with parallel venation. And the third point which we that emerges from this lecture is that in case of dicots, we are having taproot system, we are having taproots, or the presence of taproots is characteristic feature of dicots, whereas presence of adventitious roots is characteristic feature of what is called as monocotyledons or monocot plants. And you may have seen a monocot plant whose name is rice, whose name is wheat. हमारे पास क्या है, आप देखते हैं एक wheat plant होता है, this is a wheat plant, and at the base a number of roots arise from the base. In a wheat plant, remember, in a wheat plant a number of roots arise from the base of the stem. A number of roots arise from the base of the stem, and remember these roots are called as fibrous roots. These roots are called as fibrous roots, and remember they are in the form of fibers. Why they are called fibrous roots? Because they are in the form of fibers. Do these roots arise from radicle? No, these roots do not arise from radicle, balki these roots arise from the base of the stem. Fibers, that's why they are called as fibrous roots. So remember, they represent a type of what is called as adventitious. Similarly, in case of grasses, we are having adventitious roots. Remember, in case of grasses, we are having adventitious roots. Or in case of a plant known as what is called as banyan tree, or in case of what is called as a grass known as monastera, we are having adventitious roots. So remember, the presence of adventitious roots is characteristic feature of what is called as monocots. The presence of adventitious roots is characteristic feature of monocots. I told you that monocots में adventitious roots होते हैं. मैंने जिक्र की wheat के अंदर, मैंने बोला wheat के base of the stem से emerge होते हैं fiber like roots. उन fiber like roots को हम बोलते हैं fibrous roots, और fibrous roots are a type of what is called as adventitious roots. I told you that in some plants like a grass known as monastera and in banyan tree, roots arise from parts of the plant other than radicle and are called as adventitious roots. मैंने बोला banyan tree में, monastera में roots जो है they arise from the parts of the plant body other than radicle. ये भी adventitious roots है. For example, मैं आपको example देता हूँ. banyan tree में roots जो है they arise from branches. Roots arise from branches. They do not arise from radicals, so they are called as adventitious roots. फिर से मैं रिपीट करता हूँ, प्लांट्स में दो तरह के रूट्स आपको देखने को मिलेंगे. एक आपके पास होते हैं टैप रूट सिस्टम, एक आपके पास होते हैं एडवेंटिशियस रूट सिस्टम. All those roots that arise from the radical, they are called as tap roots, while as all those roots that arise from any other structure other than radical, they are called as adventitious roots. And remember, these adventitious roots may arise from the base of the stem, they may arise from the stem, they may arise from branch, they may arise from leaves, or they may arise from any other structure, but they do not arise from the radical. They are called as adventitious roots. मैंने आपको बताया ये जो radical से बनने वाला root होता है वो पहले primary root होता है. This primary root shows branching to form secondary roots, and secondary roots further show branching to form tertiary roots. All these primary roots, secondary roots, tertiary roots, they are collectively form tap root system in case of angiosperms. मैंने आपको बताया डाइकॉट्स के अंदर टैप रूट सिस्टम देखने को मिलेगा, मोनोकॉट्स के अंदर आपको एडवांटेजेस रूट सिस्टम देखने को मिलेगा। मैंने आपको बताया जो हमारे पास जो मोनोकॉटलीडन्स है, फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे पास ग्रासेस है, हमारे पास बनियान ट्री है, हमारे पास एक खास ग्रास है मोनास्टीरा उसको हम बोलते हैं। ये इन दोनों के अंदर एडवांटेजेस रूट्स होते हैं। यहाँ पे रूट्स बनते हैं, वो रूट्स रेडिकल से अराइज नहीं होते, इस तरह इनके अंदर एडवांटेजेस रूट्स होते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल बनियान ट्री में जो रूट्स बनते हैं, दोज रूट्स इमर्ज फ्रॉम द ब्रांच, दे इमर्ज फ्रॉम द ब्रांच एंड दे आर कॉल्ड एज प्रॉप रूट्स। प्रॉप रूट्स आगे हम डिस्कस करेंगे उनको। मैंने आपको बताया हमारे पास वीट प्लांट है, वीट प्लांट के बेस ऑफ द स्टेम से अराइज होते हैं फाइबर लाइक रूट्स। उन फाइबर लाइक रूट्स को हम फिब्रस रूट्स बोलते हैं। फिब्रस फाइबर से बनता है, फिब्रस रूट्स बोलते हैं हम उनको। और ये फिब्रस रूट्स जो है दे आर अ टाइप ऑफ एडवांटेजेस रूट्स, दे आर अ टाइप ऑफ एडवांटेजेस रूट्स। नाउ इफ यू सी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए रूट, अगर आप एक रूट का स्ट्रक्चर देखेंगे, एंड यू विल फाइंड आउट दैट देयर आर 4 डिस्टिंक्ट जोन्स इन अ रूट। एक रूट के अंदर आपको 4 डिस्टिंक्ट जोन्स मिलेंगे। मैं यहाँ पे डायग्रामेटिकली आपको शो करूंगा। Suppose this is a root, and at the apex of the root there is a cap-like structure. That cap-like structure is called as root cap. Root cap. So there are 4 distinct regions of a root. Regions of a root. So the heading is regions of a root. Regions of a root. Regions of a root. There are 4 distinct regions of a root. First is root cap zone, root cap region or zone. Then behind this root cap region there is meristematic zone, meristematic zone, meristematic zone, and third we are having elongation zone, elongation zone or elongation region, elongation zone. Fourth is we are having what is called as maturation zone. So there is a proper zonation in a root. Those zones जो है they differ in terms of the structure, they differ in terms of their features. Root cap region, it is the topmost region of a root. It represents, it is the apex, it is the apex of the root and bears a thimble-like structure known as, जिसको आप बोलते हो RC, root cap. So the apex of the root bears a thimble-like. आपके टेक्स्ट में लिखा है a pocket-like structure, a cap-like structure. That cap-like structure is called as root cap. So remember, we are having root cap region or zone. This is the topmost. This is the apical region of the root, and is guarded by, in fact, it is guarded by a thimble-like, a cap-like structure. That cap-like structure is called as root cap. This root cap prevents, this root cap prevents the destruction of roots when it enters into the soil, when it passes through the soil. So the purpose of root caps is that it provides protection to the apex of the plants when it passes through the soil particles. So we are having root cap region. It is the terminal, it is the apical region of the root and is guarded by a cap-like structure that is called as root cap. This root cap prevents destruction or damage to the roots when they pass through the soil particles. Remember, behind this meristematic zone, there is a small region. That small region has small sized cells without any intercellular space, and the cytoplasm of these cells, the protoplasm of these cells is highly dense. In this region the cells are highly divisible, the cells are meristematic. That is why this is called as meristematic zone. So behind the root cap zone is present, the meristematic zone, where the cells are having highest power of division, where the cells keep on dividing at high pace. The cells in this meristematic zone, remember, meristematic zone is just behind the root cap zone. In the meristematic zone, the cells keep on dividing continuously. The cells of the meristematic zone are small in size, they have dense protoplasm and are without intercellular spaces. This you have to remember. One thing is that meristematic zone, MZ, meristematic zone, it is behind the root cap zone, shabash, and its cells keep on dividing. Its cells keep on dividing at higher rates, and its cells are first small in size. This is one feature of the cells of meristematic zone without intercellular space. Third point is that shabash, with dense cytoplasm or with dense protoplasm. Remember, and behind this meristematic zone is the cells that elongate, is the region of the zone where cells are highly elongated. This region represents the zone of elongation or elongation zone. This is elongation zone. So this is the zone just behind the meristematic zone, where cells are highly elongated. And remember, these cells have a proper, what is called as vacuole filled with water and other substances. Remember, third zone is elongation zone. Remember, it is just behind the meristematic zone, and its cells are highly elongated. लंबे होते हैं, मैंने आप इसी तरह लंबे लाइंस डाल दिए. Its cells are highly elongated and possess a sap-filled vacuole known as sap vacuole. The cells of elongation zone have vacuoles. Those vacuoles are filled with sap. Those vacuoles are known as sap vacuoles. So the cells of elongation zone, they are elongated cells. They represent, the cells of this zone are highly elongated, and they are filled with the sap. That sap is actually present within the vacuoles that are present in the cells of the elongation zone. So that vacuole is called as sap vacuole. So remember, elongation zone, it is just behind the meristematic zone, and its cells are highly elongated and possess a sap due to the presence of a sap-filled vacuole known as sap vacuole. And behind this elongation zone is present a region where cells are highly matured, and these cells, they give rise to lateral extended structures. Those lateral extended structures are known as root hairs. These root hairs are actually tubular extensions of epidermal cells of the maturation zone, roots of the maturation zone of the roots. Remember, this is what is called as maturation zone. Shabash, maturation zone is present behind the Maturation zone is present behind the elongation zone, and the cells of the epidermal cells of maturation zone, and the epidermal cells of maturation zone give rise to tubular extensions known as root hairs. So remember, root hairs are present in the maturation zone. These root hairs, they are basically tube-like extended structures of epidermal cells of maturation zone. ये epidermal cell है. This epidermal cell forms an extended structure. That extended structure, structure basically arises from this epidermal cell, and this extended structure is known as root hair. This root hair increases the surface area for absorption of water, and it increases the surface area for absorption of minerals. Remember, it increases the surface area for absorption of water and minerals, or simply we can say that these roots, they are actually meant for absorption of water एंड मिनरल्स इन केस ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स. तो आपने देखा हर किसी एंजियोस्पर्म रूट के अंदर 4 जोन्स आपको मिलेंगे. हमारे पास एक रूट कैप जोन होता है. रूट कैप जोन टर्मिनल टॉप मोस्ट जोन ऑफ रूट्स होता है, एपेक्स पे होता है. एपेक्स पे हमारे पास रूट के ऊपर एक थिम्बल लाइक कैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होता है, उसको आप बोलते हो रूट कैप. ये रूट कैप प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करता है रूट्स को जब वो सॉइल के थ्रू पास करते हैं. याद रखना, दूसरा जोन जो है मेरिस्टेमेटिक जोन, रूट कैप जोन के जस्ट बिहाइंड पे मेरिस्टेमेटिक जोन होता है, जिसके सेल्स हाईली डिविजिबल होते हैं, डिवाइड करते हैं. और ये जो सेल्स होती है छोटे साइज के होते हैं, इनमें इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस नहीं होती है. और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, इनका जो प्रोटोप्लाज्म वो हाईली डेंस होता है. मेरिस्टेमेटिक जोन के पीछे हमारे पास जो मेरिस्टेमेटिक जैसे ही डिवाइड करता है, नए नए सेल्स ऐड करता है. दो सेल्स दे कीप ऑन एलोंगेटिंग, वो एलोंगेट हो जाते हैं ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ सैप फिल्ड वैक्यूल नोन एज सैप वैक्यूल्स. तो इस जोन के अंदर, इस जोन रूट के इस जोन के अंदर जिसमें एलोंगेटेड सेल्स होते हैं, इसको हम बोलते हैं एलोंगेशन जोन. एलोंगेशन जोन के बिल्कुल बैक साइड पे जो सेल्स होते हैं उनको उस जोन होता है, उसको हम बोलते हैं मैचुरेशन जोन. मैचुरेशन जोन की सबसे खास बात होती है, यहाँ पे सेल्स हाईली मैच्योर होते हैं, हाईली डिफरेंशिएटेड सेल्स होते हैं इसके अंदर. और जो मैचुरेशन जोन के अंदर जो सेल्स होते हैं, मैचुरेशन जोन जो होता है उसके जो एपिडर्मल सेल्स होते हैं, दोज एपिडर्मल सेल्स गिव राइज टू एक्सटेंशंस. Those extensions are known as or they are simply called as root hairs. तो याद रखना, root hairs are actually tubular. They are tubular extensions of epidermal cells of maturation zone of the roots. Or root hairs arise from epidermal cells, or root hairs are tubular extensions of epidermal cells that are present in the maturation zone of the roots. So these are the 4 different zones present in an angiospermic root. And in next topic we will focus on the various modifications of the roots. कि एक रूट हमने देखा कैसा होता है. इसके अलावा भी हमारे पास कुछ मॉडिफाइड रूट्स होते हैं, कुछ मॉडिफिकेशंस नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर से ऊपर उठ के कुछ हमारे पास कुछ डिफरेंट रूट्स भी है. दोज रूट्स आर कॉल्ड एज मॉडिफाइड रूट्स. हम अब अगले क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे व्हाट आर द मॉडिफिकेशंस ऑफ रूट्स. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो लेक्चर.